Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Death and Destiny. I'm Death from Above. I wanted to kind of talk about, we're going to talk about the weapon updates that Destiny is putting out sometime soon. I'm hoping it's tomorrow, because they usually put patches out on Monday. We're watching me just patrol Mars right now, do a little golden gun, and I'm trying to get my hunter up to level 31 so I can go do the raid and get some 32 gear and some weapons and some fun stuff. But I've got the Destiny weapon tuning up on my left, and we're going to look over it, and I'm going to talk about it and see what I think about some of the updates they're proposing and going to do. So we'll just start at the beginning. They talk about their idea and some of the numbers behind what weapons are being used, and auto rifles are overwhelmingly being used more than anything else. And it's in this video I'm going to use an auto rifle the whole time, and it's a really good auto rifle. It's the Iron Banner auto rifle that I got. I got a pretty cool roll on it, so it's a fun gun. It's got Field Scout, so it's got an 84 round mag. It's just a bullet hose, and it's awesome. I really like it. But they're showing that in PvP and PvE, most people use an auto rifle, or more people use an auto rifle than anything else. The next thing that gets used is a scout rifle in PvE and a hand cannon in PvP. Scout rifle is pretty close behind an auto rifle in PvE, but hand cannon is nowhere near an auto rifle in PvP. So they're trying to balance it out. I think their idea is they want people that like certain guns not to feel like they have to use a different gun in a certain situation. So when I go into like the Crucible, I don't necessarily want to use an auto rifle, but I use my Suros. It's my go-to try-hard gun, because I know my Suros is gonna get me the best score. I really would prefer to use a different gun, because I'm not an auto rifle fanboy. So maybe these improvements will change that. I'm actually one of the few guys that really likes pulse rifles. I would use, if they were more effective, I would use them a lot more. They're just not as effective as they need to be, but I really like them. I like the precision, but I also like that you put a lot of bullets downfield, and there's not as much recoil for a pulse rifle. So this is kind of all about. I think it kind of started. They were starting to ask people on Twitter what they thought about the pulse rifles, or something. There was something to that effect. So scrolling down, they have more data and kind of their goals and stuff. So the first thing they're doing is they're going to change the auto rifle. They're just basically reducing the damage by 2.5%. And people are getting all up in arms about that. 2.5% is an unnoticeable decrease. What's going to be more noticeable is the range drop-off. The range drop-off is going to be more dramatic now over long range, but I never used an auto rifle for long range. Like what you're seeing right now is about as long range as I get with an auto rifle. If I'm trying to hit anything farther away from that, I switch to a different gun. Good knife, by the way. But they're reducing the damage, they're reducing the effective range, and that's about it. The next item is the pulse rifles. Now the pulse rifles are getting a huge buff. It's a 10% buff. Basically they're going to be 10% more powerful, and I already liked the Bad Juju, but that just makes me think how much just of a beast the Bad Juju is going to become. And all my other pulse rifles hopefully will go right up there with it. The next one they talk about is hand cannons. They're reducing the range on the hand cannons. That's about it. The accuracy, initial accuracy is going to be a little bit lower, but nothing else really has changed. I never used a hand cannon for long range anyway. Some people do, so their range is going to be a little bit effective. Fusion rifles. The blast pattern at long range is going to become wider, so it's going to be harder to get that one-shot kill in the Crucible from a distance. Up close, it's still going to destroy people. It's going to phase them into oblivion. So this will more affect the Crucible than PvE. They talk about changing the ammo, so you're going to get a little bit less ammo for fusion rifles starting off in Crucible. Not necessarily in PvE. They're talking about how they persistently track ammo in PvE. The next one is shotguns. In shotguns, I think it's more of a Crucible change. They're going to reduce the range a little bit, but the kicker on shotguns in PvE, they really want people to use shotguns in PvE more. And what they're doing is they are literally doubling the damage on non-Guardian combatants. Twice as much. So if you put a shotgun into the chest of an enemy out on a patrol, it's going to do twice as much damage as it does now. I am so excited about that. It's crazy. You don't know how excited I am about that. Because I don't use shotguns too much, but I'll probably use them more once this comes around. So that's really cool. They're also doing the ammo on the shotguns like they did the fusion rifle. Starting out in Crucible, you're not going to get as much. So that's okay. I have a shotgun that's amazing in the Crucible that I'm going to use and continue to use. That's going to be my Crucible shotgun. All the other guns are not really going to change. They said not. They didn't say nothing else is going to change about the other guns. They said there's not really, or they said for the most part, these weapons have not changed as a part of this update. For the most part, what that means is they did something, but it's not. I think they're going to be changing some of the exotics around. So they didn't really do anything to the whole class of weapons, but there's something there. There's a kernel of something in there. So we'll see what that is. I'm not real sure. So overall, I'm actually pretty excited about this. I'm not nervous. Every update they've done on weapons, look how bad I jumped this right here. I tried like 3 or 4 times and I just give up and move on. There wasn't a box up there, luckily, but I did not get that jump. I'm not good at jumping as a hunter, but my overall opinion on these updates and these weapon changes, I'm happy with them. I don't have any objection to any of them. I don't like getting massacred in the Crucible by fusion rifles. I don't even use a fusion rifle in the Crucible. I have a shotgun. So I don't care about that one. That's not a big deal. All the other stuff is fine with me. I didn't use any of the weapons in the ways that they're changing them, so it's not really going to harm my playstyle. It will probably improve it greatly because the guns that I want to use will be improving. So I'm plenty pleased with this. Hopefully it goes in tomorrow and I can come on and just rock my guns. Like I have a pulse rifle that has a 42 round clip, and it'll just be devastating once this update hits, I hope. So that's coming. I'll get that out there and you'll see how that does. Maybe I'll take it into the Crucible. I'm gonna do some Crucible performance videos on some weapons. I've been saying that for a long time and I haven't really got them out, but I'm gonna start doing them now because I've reached kind of a lull in my weapon acquiring. Look at this legendary Ingram right there. Oh baby, legendary Ingram. This video had so much loot in it that I didn't even know was gonna be there. I was just running this patrol to get the patrol done and do some box farming to get some armor so I can get some sapphire wire, and then all these Ingrams are dropping. I got 2 god chests too. It's crazy. Look at that Ingram. I was getting closer to see what it was. I was hoping it wasn't a class item, so it's now a chest piece. So that's going to become a harder Praxic fire. I just know it. Even though I'm on a hunter right now. I'm going to send it over to my warlock, and that's where I'm going to decode it. So that'll be live too. That will be live on Twitch, and I will upload that to YouTube. So if you want to know what that Ingram is, check out my videos later in the week. It'll probably be Thursday or Friday. I'll do that one. But anyway, guys, the guns, good. Thumbs up for me on the guns. Keep doing good. I really feel like Bungie does a good job with this stuff. They do a good job of listening to the player base. And they're a company that doesn't say, oh, they're not doing it the way we intended it. It's their fault for being stupid. No, they're a company that says, hey, they're not doing the way we intended it. We need to look at this and see why and maybe change what we're doing in the game. Because in truth, we're the customer and we're the one they're trying to please, so they better be thinking about us when they do stuff. That's my general opinion and general rant. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm Death from Above. Thanks for watching. Check out these videos. I will see you later. See you. Bye.